All right, guys, the CrossFit Quarterfinals have been released, and I've been thinking through them, digesting, talking with others about some of the strategies, some of the sticky parts in these workouts, and what order to complete them in. So I'm gonna cover all of that in this video as quickly as possible. I'm gonna talk about the events 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order. Then we'll talk about what order we wanna actually complete the workouts in. There's some thoughts behind that. I have 3 different options. Okay, event number 1, we've got 1 minute of snatching, 1 minute of rowing, 1 minute of box step-ups. There are different weights in different divisions, male and female. I'm not gonna go over that. I'm just gonna talk about kind of the stimulus of this workout. I think this workout, being that it's 15 minutes long, and in that 15 minutes, you're gonna have 3 1-minute breaks, which won't be super meaningful. You'll be able to catch your breath a little bit, but really this workout is gonna be really grippy. I've had thoughts that maybe we just go touch and go on the snatches and max those out, and then you pull on the rower, but then you grab the dumbbells for box step-ups. That farmer carry with those dumbbells for 1 minute is gonna be so taxing on the grip that I actually think that this is gonna be one of the biggest challenges in this workout is the actual grip. So on the snatches, I think it's fair to say you could do a couple of touch and go and then fast singles for the remainder of that minute, or an argument to be made for fast, consistent singles. Catching a breath, snatch, breath, snatch, breath, snatch. Finding a cadence that gets you a decent amount of reps in that minute. I think you're gonna get the most bang for your buck on the rower. So I would say at the 55-second mark, your snatch, you are over into that rower and waiting for that clock to switch over to 1 minute, and then you are going on that rower. I wanna maximize the amount of time that I have on the rower because I think that's gonna be the easiest reps to get. I mean, nothing's easy in this, but it'll be the easiest to accumulate reps. You know, I'm gonna be able to pull on that row significantly, and I'm gonna keep that rower moving until it's just time to get off, and you don't get to count any rollover reps past the time on the clock. But as it crosses that mark, you can take a look at the rower, have your judge jot that calorie amount down, and you are already on the box step-ups. Box step-ups, I'm gonna try to hook grip those as much as I can or hold them in such a way that I have the dumbbell wedged in my hands as well as just holding them. So like a hook grip holding the back of the dumbbell allows me to get the best grip on those dumbbells. I tend to like to hold the dumbbells like this. Dumbbell in the back of my hand. This tends to lock in, especially with a bigger dumbbell. It's resting on the back of my hand a little bit. So that is a thought. Because we're gonna be holding onto that dumbbell for a long time, you're gonna wanna try to find the grip that works best for you. But on those step-ups, make sure you stand up on that box and squeeze your butt. Show that hip lockout. You're standing tall, hips, knees are locked. I've had friends that got no reps on box jumps during the quarterfinals last year because they didn't open up all the way on the top. You don't want that. So just stand up tall, squeeze your butt real quick, and start working your way down on that box. Up and back down. All right, then you get that 1 minute to rest. During that minute of rest, I'm gonna be thinking about letting my arms get loose, trying to get some blood flow to those forearms, which are gonna start to get taxed. I'm gonna try to calm down my heart rate by breathing, just relaxing until it's time to start snatching. 3, 2, 1, go, then we get snatching again. Probably gonna get the most reps during the time that you're rowing. So those are the easiest reps to accumulate. I think second easiest are the box step-ups. I think third easiest are the snatch. I also think that you could overdo the snatch and mess up everything else. So, know yourself, know your capacity. Fast singles, I think, is the way to go on the snatch. That's probably how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go hard on the row, and I'm gonna hang onto those box step-ups for as much as I can. If I have to take a break to set down those dumbbells, it'll be for just a second, shake out those arms, pick them up, and get back to work. I just wanna say thank you to our sponsor today, the Gem Bite Daily Multivitamin. This isn't your standard multivitamin. Forget about traditional pills and powders and eat your vitamin in a tasty little nugget, just like this. Each bite is packed with 20+ vitamins and minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, and superfoods that are the foundation for holistic health. And they're good. I was really worried that I wasn't gonna like the flavor. They're delicious. In fact, I cut one in half and I gave one to each one of my kids. They loved it too. 90% of Americans are nutrient deficient. Even if you eat the rainbow, it's difficult to get all the nutrients you need from diet alone because food is over-farmed and not as nutrient dense as it should be. Gem fills the gap with whole food sourced nutrients your body knows and loves with one delicious bite. I'm the kind of person that leans into habits, and I've made it a habit every day to take my Gem vitamin. I actually look forward to it. The best vitamin is the one that you take every day. And I look forward to this little guy. Right now, Gem is offering 50% off your first month. Go to dailygem.com/Jason Grubb and use my code JasonGrubb at checkout. Let's talk about event 2. Event 2 is 3 rounds of 50 wall balls, standard height, standard everything there, and 50 burpee box jump overs. It says lateral burpee box jump overs on the documents, but really it's a burpee box jump over. It says that you do not have to do a lateral burpee box jump over. You can face the box. So what they should have called it is just any kind of burpee box jump over you want to do. I think, since we're talking about the burpees, we'll just start there with technique on the burpees. I think lateral box jump overs are faster. Lateral burpee box jump overs. I think most of us are used to facing the box on burpee box jump overs. So I think there's going to be a little bit of work in the warm-up to decide what type of burpee box jump over is going to be best for you. I mean, you could be straight on, you could be slightly turned, you could be fully lateral. Whatever works for you and whatever feels best as far as speed, cadence, minimal exertion or effort on the movement, do that version. And on the wall balls, the first round of wall balls are going to feel good. You're like, I am here, I'm in quarterfinals, let's do this. And you may make that mistake of just going huge. Now, there will be athletes that could probably go 50 wall balls unbroken, burpee box jump overs, 50 wall balls unbroken through the whole workout. That's not most of us, and that's certainly not me. I think that going big on that first set of wall balls is going to be a bit of a mistake. So I'm thinking about the rep scheme that I want to break those wall balls up into. And then when I get to the burpee box jump overs, just a cadence that I can hold. I want to be consistent on that. I don't really want to slow down on those burpee box jump overs. Just find that rhythm and hold it. On the wall balls, I want to find a pace that keeps me going, but keeps me also from completely blowing up. Like I cannot blow up on the wall balls. That's going to make the whole thing tough. This has a 20-minute time cap, and I think it's going to be a fairly challenging time cap. It's not a guaranteed finish workout right there. Imagine doing 150 wall balls and someone says, hey, while you do these 150 wall balls, you got to do 50 burpee box jump overs. Or just imagine if the workout was just burpee box jump overs. That's gnarly. This is combined together 300 total reps. So find a breakup scheme. Maybe it's 13, 13, 12, 12 on the wall balls. Maybe it's 5 sets of 10. Maybe in round 2 and round 3, it's 10 sets of 5. There's nothing wrong with that. Imagine doing 5 wall balls, drop, breath, 5 wall balls, drop, breath, and finding a cadence like that that keeps you moving and keeps your heart rate at this kind of level increasing pace as opposed to skyrocketing into the absolute like no-fly zone, right? Again, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 is going to be very challenging. It's a lot of pushing. Another tip on the burpees. You do not want to negative push up your way down on those burpees. When you're going down on the burpees, plop to the ground. No arm effort. You could hear your tummy hit the ground. Just plop. And then push yourself up into the burpee, jump over, step down, plop to the ground. Conserve as much energy in your pushing as you can on those burpees. Wall balls, use your legs as much as possible. That is event 2. It's all about pacing. It's all about having a breakup strategy on the wall balls and enduring your way through this grueling workout. Round 1 is going to be tough. Round 2, tougher. Round 3 is going to be a real test mentally and physically. Workout number 3. The challenge is that this workout is building in effort and leaving you at the very end with wall-facing handstand push-ups, the most complicated version of handstand push-ups, and ring muscle-ups, one of the most challenging gymnastics movements. So the way we go through this, we've got 10 strict handstand push-ups, 20 toes to bar for 3 rounds, right into 10 strict handstand push-ups, 5 rope climbs for 2 rounds, and then 1 round, 10 wall-facing handstand push-ups, 20 ring muscle-ups. In my mind, this workout is all about reserving your energy, reserving your physical ability for this last round, all right? For some of you, it might be reserving as much energy as you can for this second round with strict handstand push-ups and rope climbs. That's not a given for everybody. So, the way we approach this, the first set of handstand push-ups. For me, that's sets of 10. That's not a big deal. Kipping handstand push-ups, piece of cake. If handstand push-ups are a challenge, you might want to break those up early because you've got 30 to get through in those first 3 rounds. Toes to bar, 20 toes to bar. I could do 2 sets of 20 all day long unbroken, but to conserve energy for the latter part of this workout, I'm going to break those up for sure into 2 or 3 sets to keep everything nice and calm. Then strict handstand push-ups. I really only want to do one set, but if I need to break them up because I'm feeling fatigue, I will call an audible and just break it up 7-3, 6-4. Nothing wrong with that, with shaking it out. Again, keeping these shoulders pretty happy for this last round. Rope climbs. You could go berserk on those rope climbs and really blow yourself up because of your ability to climb ropes, but your ability to conserve energy for this last round is, I think, what's more important on this workout. So on rope climbs, I think it's a controlled pacing on that. Climb the rope, effortless descent, take a breath or two, and then the next one. Breath or two, then the next one. I think finding a nice cadence on that will get you through those, but rest as much as you feel like you need. If you feel like fatigue is building and you're starting to reach that red line, tap the brakes because we still have the most challenging round to go. Once we get there, we've got wall-facing handstand push-ups. You don't have to wall walk up, which is awesome. You can cartwheel up if you prefer, pirouette up, whatever works in your world. You get up there, you have to show the lockout before you hit that first wall-facing handstand push-up. And again, break those up if you need to. You're not looking to go for broke there because you're gonna need some pushing muscles on the ring muscle-ups. Wall-facing handstand push-ups, maybe it's one set, maybe it's 2, 3, 4 sets. Whatever in your world works, that's fine, but do not find a max effort here. Keep a little bit in reserve because this is the place for our max effort on the ring muscle-ups. 20 ring muscle-ups is not a huge deal. But if you remember in the CrossFit Open last year, we had that 14-minute AMRAP, I think, and we did all this work, toes to bar, wall balls, power cleans, rowing, and then we had 20 ring muscle-ups as this AMRAP before we got back to rowing. I remember for me, I got up, I felt great on the muscle-ups. I just did this huge set, felt great, got up for my next set and died. All the cumulative fatigue kicked in right away. And by the end of that set of 20, I was doing singles. And I'm great at ring muscle-ups. So I'm gonna break these up early, like small sets. And if I get to like rep 14 or 15 and I feel absolutely great, I'll just finish with a set of 5. I'd rather do that than end up with singles at the very end where I'm absolutely dying. So I'm gonna be a little bit conservative on the earlier part of the ring muscle up and be more aggressive towards the end if I have anything left. On this workout, we're gonna be thinking about wearing our grips. We want grips that work for us. I have 2 pairs of grips that I'll have there, my backup grips, my main grips, just in case something happens while I'm doing this workout. These are the Raylan Gecko grips. They are very, very grippy on the bar, and they also work on the rings for me really well. But again, I've got the Bumblebees as a backup in case I have any kind of grip failure or any issues. Make sure your grips are ready. Make sure you've got your bars chalked. In my quarterfinals prep video, I talked about how to make your bar stickier. So I'll put a link to that video up here so that you've got a good grippy bar for toes to bar. And you can actually do that same technique on the rings as well to make sure they are very, very grippy for when you need to get some big sets of ring muscle-ups out of the way. Event number 4 is the clean and jerk event. You start with fast clean and jerks at a fairly light weight, rest a minute. Then moderate clean and jerks at a slightly heavier weight, rest a minute. More challenging clean and jerks for sets of 10, 10, 10, resting a minute in between. And then the final weight, you can just AMRAP for as many reps as possible until you hit the 10-minute cap. The interesting thing about this workout is that these are doable weights for me as a 48-year-old masters athlete. I've got 135 pounds, 185 pounds, 225 pounds, 245 pounds. I love those weights. I can do all of those. None of those are like PRs for me, but it is very challenging. At the same time, I think about someone who's 22, like Dallin Pepper or someone like that. They are gonna crush this thing, and it's gonna be a slightly different workout for the elite individual athletes. A lot of touch and go for them, where for us, we're gonna be managing fatigue and being efficient and fast through all of this, but also paying attention to reserving some of our effort for that last round. Okay, so round 1 could easily be a touch and go situation. If you're a boulder athlete, we've been doing barbell cycling for the past 6 weeks. You are more than ready for this workout, which is super cool when that happens. So first round, 10 unbroken clean and jerks. Rest a minute. Second round, fast singles. We're trying to think, get that clean and jerk right, follow it back down, go into that next one, follow it back down. I don't think for most masters athletes and most regular athletes that the second round is touch and go. I think even the first round could be 2 sets for most people. Third round, 225 pounds. In my world and in most people's world, this is a weight that's gonna be fairly challenging. You're gonna have to take a breath or 2 between those, but it is a weight that could be doable and it's gonna be fun. You'll find yourself having a much higher heart rate as you're working your way through the 225. And especially after the 185, this 1 minute rest isn't a tremendous rest. You're gonna have fatigue going into that. So what I like to do when I'm doing heavy clean and jerks at like 225 is I like to count my breaths to create a cadence. I like to do a clean and jerk, And then think 4 breaths or 3 breaths. And then do another one. Breath, breath, breath. Another one. Breath, breath, breath. I give myself like a bargain. Like, hey, you can take 3 breaths, but not 4. I can't take the 4th breath until that barbell is moving. So I'll just do that kind of mind game to keep a cadence going on that set of 10 clean and jerks. And then we get that minute rest. And we're going to have something like 3-4 minutes for that last set of clean and jerks at 2:45 for me. And for a bunch of athletes, this is a power clean, but it's not an easy power clean. I may even have to resort to squat cleans as I start to get lower and lower and lower on these cleans and finish those jerks. So this is one of those where you're going to go when you're ready. You're going to push the pace as much as you can. But if you have a full 3 minutes here, you're going to want to keep an eye on that clock and not do too many too soon and then have huge gaps of time towards the end. Find a pace like, okay, I have 3 minutes. How many do I want to try to get a minute? And you can do that in your head while you're resting during that 1 minute. Start thinking, okay, 2:45, I've got 3 minutes. Let's try to get 5 a minute. I don't know, that may be crazy. I don't know exactly what that's going to feel like there, but that's what you want to do. Go into it with a game plan, not too crazy of a game plan. You can always go faster, okay? You can't always slow down when you hit the wall. Those are the events, 1, 2, 3, 4. Categorically, I generally think of the first event being very grippy, a lot of hinge happening. The second workout being a lot of pushing, a lot of shoulder work, a lot of pressing work between the wall balls, the burpee box jump overs, a ton of reps. Event number 3 is all about pulling, hinging, core as well. A little bit of pushing. Gosh, it's really all of it. And workout number 4 is our heavy style workout. With that in mind, let's think about the order of how we want to complete this. In a perfect, absolutely perfect world, I think my order would be, today is Wednesday. I would do workout 1 today. I would do workout 2 tomorrow. I would take Friday off. Saturday, do workout 3. Sunday, do workout 4. Between workout 2 and workout 3, this is a lot of shoulder pushing. And this is a lot of shoulder pushing. I feel like I want to have a break between workout 2 and 3 if possible. With that in mind, I'm not going Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm taking today off. I'm going to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'm actually planning to do workout 2 first, all the wall balls and burpees first. And then on Friday, do workout number 1 with the snatching, rowing, and box step-ups. Workout 3, which is the ring muscle ups, all that business, and then workout 4 on Sunday. Just finish with workout 4, just sell my soul, and I'm done with it. I'm back to training on Monday because this overall volume in 4 days is not that much, even though the intensity is high. There's also an argument to be made that if you struggle with these, and these are big, big weights for you, there's a lot of exertion that is going to be needed on workout number 4. There's an argument to be made that you go workout 4 first, then workout 1, take a day off, workout 2, workout 3. I don't think there's a precise right or wrong answer. There have been times where it was just abundantly clear that you start with one workout and then you do it in a particular order. Here, I think there's a couple of arguments to be made, but the biggest argument for me is to pay attention to the gap of time that you have between workout 2 and workout 3. This has a lot of crossover fatigue, and I don't want to be feeling all the fatigue from this when I'm doing these handstand push-ups and the ring muscle-ups in particular. If you have a strategy or a reason why you might go in a different order, share that in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion down there because I struggled on this, but I think these are 3 very reasonable options. If you're planning on qualifying for semifinals as an individual athlete or as a master's athlete, you're going to want to make sure that you have a video, clear video of all of these workouts. We don't know which one of these workouts they're going to request to review, but they will likely review one or more of the videos, so have them ready. In the other video that I prepared on getting ready for quarterfinals, I talked about all the gear that you're going to want to have as you get ready. Make sure you have a camera, and ideally you have a redundant system. What I like to use is my iPhone as my primary camera, my GoPro as my backup camera. I have them both started at the same time, and I can actually take them off of this. I can go measure the rope, I can measure the wall balls, I can measure the weights on the floor, make sure all that's super clear so that CrossFit knows everything is within standards and regulations. I can put this back on my tripod and boom, now I'm ready to go. I know that some people like to use the WOD Proof app. I think that's fine. I like to see my timer and I can't see it on there. So some people actually set up a timer and the WOD Proof app. I will have a timer with me at the gym. I'll take my own timer, I'll plug it in, I'll have my own remote control, and I'll make sure that this is in clear view of both cameras. And I often will just use duct tape to make sure it's plugged in tight and to make sure that no one's going to trip over the power cord. I'll set up boxes and create like a barricade to make sure this timer is good to go. So those are my thoughts and my tips as we just got this, and I wanted to get this in your hands as quickly as possible. Good luck on the qualifiers this weekend. If you have thoughts, questions, reach out in the comments below or head over to Instagram. You can reach me there. My phone number is actually in my Instagram profile, so you can see that. You can text me if you would like. But I'm really excited to complete the quarterfinals myself. I'm excited to see how you all do. And remember, your best days are ahead of you. Get bolder, not older. See you on the other side.